I'm going to tell you about something kind of amazing that really happened.
Okay.
And then we will try to recreate an experiment that really did happen just over 50 years ago.
Okay.
Have you heard of a man called Uri Geller? You heard of him?
Oh, yes, the man who bends spoons.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what people know him for. He actually, before he was famous for doing that, built up quite a reputation for knowing pictures that people thought about.
Okay.
And truly, the CIA in 1973 tested him to test his paranormal perceptual abilities, what they called it. What they really did was do all these different versions of a test where someone would think of a thing, usually like draw a picture or something, and then he would pick up on what that picture is.
Okay.
And what I have here is, I got it from eBay. It's apparently, it is the declassified document, and you can find this online on Google. And it was declassified 2003, but it's a report of all the testing they did of Uri Geller. And some of the results are pretty special, to be honest. This apparently belonged to one of the original testing team as well, which may or may not be true, but that's what I was told when I bought it. I couldn't not buy it for that reason. It's a cool object, but this is very interesting. Look, it says, as a result of Geller's success in this experimental period, we consider, that's the CIA, we, pretty scary, consider that he has demonstrated his paranormal perceptual ability in a convincing and unambiguous manner.
Fair enough.
Right, so it means he was convincing at least, and unambiguous, which is important. And it goes through it, it talks about, I'll show you my favourite one. This is an isolation booth that they put Uri Geller in. That's obviously not him, it's a lady.
Say, that's
yeah, it looks very different. What this is though, it's essentially like a padded room with a locked door with no windows. And I think I had like a single light bulb in just like this that was sat here. And they placed him in the room, and the testers, some of them are scientists, some of them just worked at the CIA, they drew an image. And the image they drew was grapes.
Okay.
And from a different room, Uri was able to draw grapes. And not just that, he was able to draw the same number of grapes.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
It's crazy, right? Yeah. From a different room. So you go all the way through here. There's lots of text in here too, but there's images that are loosely connected. Sometimes he's very accurate, sometimes less so, more text. Some of them are so kind of crazy accurate that it's surprising and shocking. Sometimes he writes his name on it because he likes people to know that he did it, which is interesting and a little bit funny. And then when I read this, so I was thinking about this, I knew about this before I even had this physical thing. You can get the file online, it's been floating around. I think you can still get it from the CIA website. You can just download the PDF if you're interested to read it.
Fair enough.
And I highlighted this part because it caught my attention. The two drawings used in this experiment were selected by randomly opening a large college dictionary, which I didn't bring with me, and selecting the first word which could reasonably be drawn. So we're going to recreate those same test conditions, but you and me sat here right now.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is give you this, just there on the table. With your left hand, grab hold of the folder.
Sure.
Good, so I can't see anything now, it's blocked.
Okay. Yeah.
In a moment, with your right hand, Rick, you're gonna just lift up somewhere in the middle. Don't flick through, because if you flick through and see all those different pictures and the words, it will confuse the hell out of me. This truly might not work, but if it does, it'll be interesting. So you'll just straight up, lift up somewhere, look at something and see it, whatever it is. Don't say anything about what it is, and then just close it and then close the folder.
Okay, so first page, pick something.
Yeah, and anywhere you literally lift up anywhere. It's not, don't just open one page up. It's important, you know, it's where you open is your own free choice. Okay. When you've done that, close it down, and then I'll turn back, and then we'll try and, literally going to try and do this, okay?
I'm not a good drawer, but we'll see what happens.
You won't have to draw anything. You'll just think of it. You'll try and send me the thought, okay?
Fair enough.
All right, so just lift up somewhere, tell me when you're done.
Okay.
That was silently done, very good. I'm going to move this out the way so it's not even between us, okay? Here's the interesting part. If you open to a page full of text, you can, just like in the experiment, you can think of any one of those words on the page and turn it into a picture. If you open to a picture, just think of that, but you can add colour and stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so this is really fair. It's literally the same as the CIA test conditions. We're not in the 70s anymore, but other than that, we're replicating this exactly. Okay. So this will sound crazy, try and send me the thought. Starting with a simple outline.
Okay.
Because you're now seeing this as an image in your head, so as you imagine the outline, this would be. I get something very, very clearly. Say what it is, describe it with your...
It's a... That is, I mean, the moment I saw you do that, I was like, okay, he knows what I've seen. That's really cool. That is amazing. So, I genuinely didn't expect that to happen, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't expecting you to sort of pick out the inside here. I was a little bit scared when I turned, like, so yeah, I'm honestly kind of lost for words. Well, it turned out to be what you drew from my head, which I'm still not quite getting my head around right now, I'll be honest. Yeah, trying to send the thought to, I guess, sort of like almost like a little bit of a Zen state of just focusing on one thing and like trying to mentally picture it there. I'm genuinely still confused and speechless about it, to be honest.